What is going on, everyone? So today I read an article talking about how the producers of The Walking Dead have decided to tone down the violence due to fan backlash from the season 7 premiere. Really? Okay, yes, the season 7 premiere was brutal as shit. But it needed to be. If Negan was to say "Eeny, meeny, miny, mo," if Negan was to rock up and be like, "I'm gonna be the new bad guy, I'm going to kill one of you," and then just shoots him, there's no tension. There's no "oh shit, don't screw with Negan because Glenn got shot." I really think that another company should be owning The Walking Dead because with Game of Thrones is brutal as shit. It is gory as hell. I don't watch it, but I just know that people die left, right, and center in the most gory way possible, like beheadings, gutting, decapitations, which is beheadings, but the most gruesome way they die in Game of Thrones. In The Walking Dead, two characters get their head smashed in, and it's like, oh shit, oh my god, we've destroyed our fan base. Our fans hate us now. It's like, one, the fans should be old enough to know that it's not real. Seriously, I've seen the behind the scenes footage, and I'm absolutely amazed by how they did it. It was done really well, and when you're seeing it, you're like, holy shit, don't screw around with Negan. It had to be brutal. It had to be like the comics, and I think that another company should be owning the rights to The Walking Dead so they can make it more like the comics, because you can't really base something off the comics. The comics are so intense, so visually disturbing, and if you're going to make a show on a comic that is so visually disturbing, you need to make the show visually disturbing. And The Walking Dead has been very visually disturbing with, with T-Dog's death where his throat gets bitten out, Spencer's death where his where his stomach gets gutted, Dale's death where his body gets ripped apart, Herschel's death where his head gets cut off with a katana or a samurai sword. Stuff like that has happened in the past, and it's been holy shit, and now two characters die by getting their head smashed in, and it's that's where we draw the line? We have seen so many brutal moments, but now it's the most intense moment that had to be as close to the comics as it possibly could. That's when they go, oh shit, we've gone too far. I don't think they have. I really don't think that, with Glenn and Abraham's death, I don't think it went too far. I think it was done the way it was meant to be, because if it wasn't brutal, then it would be the most disappointing thing ever. It had to be shocking, and it had to make you feel sick. It had to make you realize how bad of a guy Negan is. And you're not going to do that if the violence is toned down. It has been pretty damn brutal for 7 years, and now the breaking point that it's oh crap, we need... it just annoys me that the one moment that it had to be a holy shit moment, that is when fans have gotten disgusted by the amazing special effects and the amazing props. It seriously feels like The Walking Dead's show is The Walking Dead's audience is a bunch of 10-year-olds that saw the premiere and went, oh god, the show's ruined, oh, it's too gory. The moment that it had to be gory is gory, and now I'm sick. I'm not gonna watch the show. I feel that another company, like the one that owns Game of Thrones, should step in and be well, the comic is brutal as shit, so the show needs to be as well. They've already done it with the swearing. It's oh, we can have Glenn and Abraham's brains get smashed in, we can have people get decapitated and, their limbs get cut off, but you can't say f***. Our audience of people who are seeing zombies rip people to shreds, they're used to that. But you can't say f*** because people will be offended for some reason. It is so dumb. I really hate the fact that it's the one episode that needed to be as brutal as it possibly could. That is the moment that, at least we got that. That's what I'm thankful for. At least it wasn't just before the episode aired, they're oh, by the way, it's not gory. So Negan just goes, swing, and then it, cuts off to Rick going, oh, you actually see it. That was good. Not good as in, yay, violence, but it was good that you had to have an impact. Negan had to make an appearance and go, this is what I'm doing, this is how it's going to be. Rather than oh yeah, I'm here, bang, you're dead, I shoot you off screen, there's no violence because we can't offend our audience that are used to people getting ripped to shit anyway. So, what do you guys think about this? I'm kind of I'm on the negative about this. I think that the way they're doing it, it needs to be gory because it's setting up for the all-out war storyline, and that's a really interesting storyline. And I really don't want that to be. I don't want it to turn into like PG-13, where like characters all, you know, oh no, I don't like Negan, he's a doo-doo brain, or anything like that. Like, not that they would, not that it would be like Play School with zombies or whatever. It needs to be how it is. That's how I feel. But seriously, why can't you say the F word on The Walking Dead, a show for 7 years that has been showing people getting absolutely torn apart? There's blood and guts and brains and death, but you can't say a swear word. You can only say shit. Shit is the worst you can be. If you say anything like that, if you say anything worse than that, you're gonna get in trouble. So guys, what do you think about this news? Comment down below and let me hear about your opinions. So thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, please click the like button, and I will see you guys in the next video. See you guys.